message I'm getting is that we need to stop assigning the identification of good or bad. We need to start looking at things on a spectrum and measure it in terms of a range of how present a particular characteristic is. I keep hearing the term devil's advocate, and we need to stop and reassign a name to that. The devil's advocate, devil alone has a negative connotation to it, but as we think about the devil's advocate, what are they truly bringing to our attention? When you imagine the cartoon miniature devil on your shoulder, and they're bringing up all these different scenarios, what becomes the case? It becomes a discussion, an internal discussion of every facet of a situation. And when we think about that, where does the argument rise? It's because what part feels the most in tune with us, and where's the struggle? And it's within that internal discussion that we really come to a point where we make a decision. It's in understanding and seeing every point of the argument, the situation, seeing the different perspectives, that we come to a point where we decide this is the one. So as we think about what's right for us, as one person might view the exact same internal discussion, as they're weighing out the pros and cons based on their story, based on their filter, based on their experience, they may find that their outcome is different. And so what is right for one is not right for the other. And that's not that one is good and one is bad. It's all about coming back to understanding and realizing that we are all unique, and that our unique composition of history and energetic vibrations in our lifetimes, that they all serve a purpose to create our unique story, and that our unique stories, the only person that it matters to is us. And what one person may think is bad may be good to another, and vice versa. So we need to stop assigning good or bad. We can't pass that judgment. I mean, you can pass that judgment, but it's not serving anybody. And we need to start looking at things, situations, having our perspectives and measuring it on a spectrum, and thinking of it in terms of contrast, and looking at the various shades of that situation and seeing which shade lights up the most for us. Something Spirit was showing me showed me this bright light, kind of like when you take a magnet and use the sun to burn a hole. And they show me this hole being burned through this seal. And it's like we've been living in a perfect bubble, and you know nothing other than that singular experience. And it's through this damage of your bubble that you realize how important that bubble has been to you, how significant, how material it is to your existence. And through that realization, you have a fire lit within you to preserve, to protect, to educate others. And so, would you have lit that fire? Would you have found that passion had your bubble never been tampered with? And they revealed to me that it's us within Earth, and it's the ozone layer with its hole. And yes, the ozone layer with its hole, obviously that's an issue, but is it so terrible if it's helped ignite and awaken others and people this burning passion for reconnecting with the earth and protecting it and reigniting the flame of passion for stewardship? Think of all the activists is awakening this role within them. Had they found that passion, should that not have happened? That's just an example that Spirit is showing to me. But if you are experiencing something and you feel like it's doom and gloom, or you want to assign that judgment of negative as a negative experience, I ask you to re-examine the different shades of that experience and think about what is this bringing clarity to in my story, and what flame, what passion is being ignited from this experience. That is your gift. That is the purpose. That is the lesson. And if you're not ready to learn that lesson, that's where you experience resistance. That's where you get stuck. That's why you can't move forward. So I hope this message is helpful for you, and I hope you find meaning in it. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments. And thank you again for listening to this channeled message.